Hello everybody. Thank you for joining my channel of Positive Inspiration. I am Angela and I will be your guide through this fantastic journey. For the ones that are just joining, please feel free to subscribe, like, ring the bell, and comment. For the ones that are just joining us back, thank you so much for coming back. So on my last film, I was talking about how to be a very wonderful person of reaching out and helping people and not being negative. Negativity is a very bad thing, to be honest. It's what makes the world horrible. There's so much evil. Let's try to be good. I do try to help a lot of people. So let's take a look at how to be kind, but also how to inspire somebody. Like in the book of Daniel and Goliath in the Bible, David was this little scrawny man. His brothers was built strong. They had weapons. They could wield a sword. You name it, they were strong enough to do it. They always tricked David into watching the sheep while they went into town to drink, get with girls, and basically just be free of their duties. They left David doing everything. God looked into David's heart and saw that he was a very noble, humble man. He looked there and he saw the most man with strength. And he believed firmly, strongly believed in David, that when Goliath, the giant, came into play, everybody would run, because nobody can take him, this giant down. They feared him. They were so scared. But God reached down to David and was like, David, you will go and defeat this giant. And you think David was like at first believing God? No, he wasn't. He was like looking at him going, dude, I am scrawny. I don't got those muscles. All I have is a slingshot. What damage am I going to do to this giant being? He's going to eat me for supper, or if not a snack, and still take the sheep. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm no warrior. What are you talking about? Once again, God looked at him and goes, fear not, my son, for I shall be your strength. Call on me, and I shall give you the strength to take this giant down. Again, us being human, David being a human, was so naive, but yet again, he believed and trusted in the Lord so much that he swallowed his pride, got rid of his ego, picked up his slingshot, and went to go fight the giant. One pebble it took to take down this giant. One. And that was because he strongly believed in himself and God. He became well known, as we see through the Bible. So, exactly, where am I going with David and Goliath? David literally had to trust in his own heart and believe what God was seeing in him was enough to take down the giant. So as humans, we have to look in our hearts and understand that what is inside of us is enough to push forward, to keep going to our finish lines, our destinations, our promises, our life. But meanwhile, yes, there's going to be hurdles, there's going to be rocks, there's going to be puddles and lakes and oceans and God knows what else that's going to be in your way. For the people that it's in a relationship, it is so easy for people just to give up. Why? Because they get exhausted mentally, emotionally, verbally, spiritually, and physically. We're just like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I don't want this no more. I'd rather stay single than to be with this person I've been with for so long. Due to the fact that we are cowards in our own land, in our own decisions. We don't want to believe God has a specific plan and brought people into our lives. So we kind of try to ignore what God has planned, and there you go. Me personally, I try very hard not to give up, to be honest. And the reason why I try that is because of the fact that giving up would mean Satan won. My relationship would be done. I would lose my family, my friends, whatever. And I'm not going to do that. So I have to literally look within myself, my heart, and go, okay, you know, I have been letting this green eye monster come into play. And honestly, I don't know what's going on with me. So that's when we need to pray to God and be like, God, I'm being very negative towards people I love and I care about. Please, your almightiness, grant me the peace and the knowledge I need to help fight what this demon creature inside myself. Help me fight her so I can be the better version of myself that it needs to be. When we call out to God, He's always there. He's never left us, even when we desert Him. So, how to be positive is basically just know that if somebody falls down, pick them up, brush them off, don't make fun of them. Because that's a normal human response. That's our instinct, is to make fun of somebody. I actually know somebody that every time somebody does something, his remark is, they're being like a baby. They're being like a baby. Don't be like that, guy. Do not sit there and suggest that somebody's being like a baby. They're not being a baby. They are just trying to deal with issues in their own way. To us, it may not make sense, but to them, it makes sense. So we need to be patient and and try to understand why they're doing it a certain way. Because maybe it's easier for them to do it that way. But if for some reason they're still spinning their wheels and they're not going because they're stuck in that rut, that mud, that whatever you want to call it, then that's when we need to be like, okay, you know, you may not be asking, but here's my advice on this. Please, 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 please consider it and try to use it, because this will really help you get out of the mud and get going forward. Now, some of us falls into a deep depression state, and we're choosing to let ourselves go. We rather drink ourselves to death, eat ourselves to death, starve ourselves to death, and not really have the energy. We rather give up. That's not what God wants any of us to do, because Jesus never gave up. He bared the cross. He went through so many trials and errors and pain just for us. And when we get a little bit of pain, a little bit of hurt, a little bit of sorrow, we're ready to throw in the towel, including in relationships. Right now, I am having issues with somebody, or not really me personally, but a friend of mine is, sorry. She's having issues with this person, and he keeps telling her he wants to throw in the towel. The truth is, he's allowing his tiredness to stop. him from moving forward, even though he knows himself he shouldn't be trying to give up. Because even though things are getting kind of hard, she messes up sometimes. He messes up, but he doesn't want to acknowledge it. The truth is, Jesus bared more than you. He bared people throwing things at him, rocks, a thorn on his head where blood is just coming out, being whipped, beaten, made fun of. He would fall down. His arms was, tied to this cross, and he had to literally walk with it just to make it up to Calvary. And once he was there, they laid him down and took a nail and went through his hand. Right there. And then with a single nail or spear or whatever you want to call it, went straight through both feet, leaving him tied like this, nailed to a cross. And his final words was, "Lord, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." And then he was pierced in his side. He bled for us, dying and being left for crow food. 3 days later, they take him down. They put him in a grave, and then he raises and stuff like that. Now let's take a look at why God rose Jesus, because Jesus completed his mission and was able to go to heaven. Us, we're so eager to give up. We're not eager to keep going. And that is wrong. So people, instead of giving up, know that nothing in this world can possibly be worse than what Jesus has gone through. So let's choose to make everybody's life a little easier. Let's choose to make our life easier, our family, our loved ones. Let's choose that and keep pushing forward. Thank you, and have a positive, wonderful day.
Being positively inspirational is something we can choose to do, but it is not something we can forge. There is no forgery in being inspirational to others. This brings us back to what I spoke about previously. I said you must be real. There is no forgery. But you make a choice and learn to be the reality of it each day. Just that, you see, I love reading the Bible. Just as the Bible, God, in the book of Deuteronomy. Let me get my Bible. It is here. In the book of Deuteronomy, where is Deuteronomy? I'm not good at opening the Bible, but I think I will find Deuteronomy. Oh, Deuteronomy is, I'm not seeing Deuteronomy. It is here. Deuteronomy chapter 30. Of course, you will wait. You will wait. 30, verse 19. He says, he says that I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I've set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life. That was God's advice. Choose life. So, when you choose life, you choose to be real. And when you choose life, you choose to be good. There is no way you will inspire anybody when you're not good. Just choose to be good. Make a choice. Make a choice. And when you make a choice, you will persist. You will endure all challenges that come your way, all challenges that come against being positive, inspirational. Yes, because there are challenges, a lot of challenges. When you choose to help people, a day will come that is gonna tempt you to stop it. But if at all you made a choice, if at all you know why you're doing this, I believe you cannot fail. You can't. So it is also one way of preparation in order not to fail in what you choose to do. I remember telling you that Jesus Christ came into the world with a mission, but there are challenges he faced which were communicating to him to stop his mission. But he did not stop it. He endured all the challenges, all the pains, all the blasphemies. He endured them because he knew where he is going. So when we choose to help others who are going to find challenges, prepare before you choose to. There is a saying which says that failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Failure to prepare is preparation to failure. Why can't I stop here for today? Hear from you very soon. God bless you.